Cindy Smith is here. Anthony Silva.
Here.
Ely Randall. Here. Tom Tice.
Here.
Does anybody have any additions or anything to the agenda? And I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll approve the agenda, make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. I'll support.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Public comment, I just want to explain one more time that it is limited to 3 minutes, which we did some time ago for various reasons. We're gonna need you to come to the podium, state your name and where you're from if you have a comment to make. And we appreciate no yelling or arguing at all. So, do we have any public comment?
I do.
I'm requesting a FOIA to read the building department final inspection of the kitchen renovation, including ADA compliance. Emailed that to you yesterday, Commissioner. Via FOIA after.
Yep.
Any other public comments?
Had my name stricken from the minutes the last one. I did not give you my name. I did not authorize you to put it in the minute. And I did not say resolution. I said ordinance. We passed an ordinance without even reading what was being passed. Good question.
Here, I'll go ahead and stand up for that.
Yes.
My name's Alan, right here in Harvard Lake.
Hi.
What ordinance did you refer to?
We did a ordinance, and we're supposed to answer questions at the end, but so everybody understands what Terry Scott is talking about. We did an ordinance for Alpena Power to be able to continue to provide power to their customers, you know.
What's the email address I can send for you? Let's do it.
Cindy Smith, if you go on, there's a FOIA coordinator. Cindy Smith's a FOIA coordinator, but if you go to our website, it's listed on our website. I don't know.
Caledonia Clerk 1 at Gmail.
Caledonia Clerk 1 at Gmail.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kevin Kennedy, Lincoln, Spruce. I'd just like to say that nobody knows how to follow directions here. I didn't hear anyone stand up and give the name or where they're from, but I did hear yelling that we weren't supposed to have, so just wanted to comment.
Mike's up there. Schools. And this is our 5-year anniversary. It's very good.
Is it?
Yeah, when I spoke and read that thing.
Yes. I
Anyhow, I got this, and I did not know it was still fighting involving township products.
what do you mean still fighting?
So we have lots of things like that.
We have, didn't say we are fighting. I said we have, okay, go ahead. Thank you for your opinion.
Okay.
My name is Jeff Sawyer. I live at 6915 Lakeview Drive here in Howard Lake. Thanks for the appointment. I just wanted to thank the board for what a wonderful job on the North End Borough. I drove by there in my boat last week. It was full. Parkwood's fantastic. I appreciate it. Okay.
all the information, all that.
Thank you.
Any other public? Oh, commissioner, it's your turn.
So I'm Dave Jackson, the county commissioner for Oklahoma County for District 1, which is Caledonia in Oklahoma Township. I just wanted to say I talked before about the grant for the housing department for Oklahoma County. And we have been awarded that contract, or that grant, I'm sorry, for everything that we've applied. So we are at the point right now that if anybody is interested or knows somebody that is elderly, that's paid their taxes and their insurance, they are eligible to get a $10,000 grant to update their house if they have bad windows, doors, roof or something. It goes through the Oklahoma Housing Commission. That's Diane Rash you would contact. And it would be, applications are due this fall, and then the work would be getting done, to be awarded and had to be done before December of next year. So with that, we are still working on public support for our broadband project. So if anybody wants, I have letters. And then if you have any questions on that too, I can try to answer that as best I can. The B grant that we're after has an application process of this month. So it's happening really fast, and we're looking at getting a $20 to $25 million grant through the federal government to put broadband into rural areas of the counties that are unserved and underserved. So if anybody has any questions on that, I'm more than happy to address them.
How much is it gonna cost each township for that grant? Or is it just through the county?
We have to ask nothing for the townships.
So it's just gonna be pretty much,
Well,
it's, our county's not
or
putting out 300,000?
we are, it's 1.2 million,
Okay.
and that's for engineering and our portion of the match. It was a 25% match to start with, but a lot of these rural counties have very little income or money to do that. So the federal government had a formula and came up with a certain county which we qualified for a 10% match.
Thank you.
For now.
As most probably already know, the North End Park grant is almost completed. We have a couple minor things to finish on. The celebration on the 20th at the park from 11 to 2 will be a grand celebration for sure. We expect a lot of people. The fire department's gonna be there with their fire truck. And fire of lives, not quite know what they call themselves, will be really hot August 1st. Also, I'd like to thank my husband Tom. We went up yesterday and pulled the leaves out of the ball diamond over here. And he brought up some equipment and regraded it, redid that. And I finished.
No, but it's okay. So the only thing I really had is I did fill out the reimbursement for that election that we had from the state of Michigan with the 9 days of early voting. And I got notification that $3,798.40 was reimbursed. So you should be getting that if you haven't already. I don't know if it's a check or I don't know how they do it, but here's the paperwork for it. So that really helps with the cost that we have. Oh, yeah. You know, every time we can fill these out, we get something back.
Does anybody have, everybody I'm sure review the minutes? Well, has everybody reviewed the minutes? Did you as well?
Yes, and I have no problem changing Terry Scott's word from, resolution to ordinance. I can change that.
Any other changes?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Okay,
Sorry.
motion to, approve minutes from the info with the correction.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made, and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Marty, did you any other business? You wanna talk about public accuracy testing?
Yes, and there'll be a list on the door. I can't remember when she said it was right off the end there, but. Yeah, and I think it's July 25th, but. Give me a second. Do you remember it?
July 25th at 2 p.m.
Is that our time here? Not for us here.
I think, isn't the county doing like the?
They're doing one for early voting. Ours here is, I know it's at noon.
It'll be July 25th, because early voting, the first day is on Saturday.
Okay. I know she just put it in the newspaper also, the dates of here it is.
It will be on our website.
Yeah.
It will be on the-
So ours is going to be Caledonia, June 25th at noon. Yep, thank you.
June or July?
Let's go with July, yes. July 25th.
That works. I think we're a little past the other one.
Yeah, I agree with you. July 25 at noon. So if anyone wants to be here for that public accuracy, there's nothing to do but you can witness it and watch it, so. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't know that. Just busy with elections. We had 193 absentee ballots go out. It was 191, but I've gotten a few extra since then, so. So those have been mailed and some of the good hands have already come back, so.
Just that I'm going to move the money that was deposited from the state of Michigan and the register is going. And I collected tax for about a month, and I collected $117,000 so far.
Planning commission?
The planning commission met this past Monday. It was kind of a quick meeting. We're working on a training through NEMCOG, that is to be determined yet. And we went over the zoning map a little bit. I have to get with one of our residents about their property. But we're gonna update the zoning map to what we have right now, because it's not accurate for what, well, the two rezonings last year. And we set a public hearing for the new zoning ordinance for 6:30, September 9th, just before our regular meeting, the planning commission regular meeting.
And I will give that, I got the link today, and I will send it to Sugar tonight, and that will be on our website. Zoning ordinance draft that the public will be reviewing. And then it will be, you will be able to come to the public hearing. If somebody doesn't have internet and needs to see a hard copy, please get hold of the board member and we'll figure out maybe it should be moved to come to the hall and view it. There will be one. Also, the way that draft works, I think you correct me if I'm wrong. NEMCOG gives us a draft, and our planning commission has spent many years going through it, page by page, making changes to fit our township in what they feel is right.
Read through it several times and found different things that were missed.
Because it's a long time.
Hopefully we're there.
Yes, hopefully. And also, yeah, that all of those changes are not in the minutes that you discussed.
Everything we discussed is in the minutes, you might as well read the zoning things out, because there's just no way.
And legal advice has been that the only what go with it.
What, in the minutes?
Yes. All right, Jim.
Well,
He's got an audience tonight. I think they're good to see you.
And he was living on budget all week.
yeah,
He was next.
Oh.
That's what it's like.
Hey, this is, the 10th of July. Just want to mention a few things that happened on this day. Then I'm gonna move on to the cemetery, but I thought these were kind of important. July the 10th, 1863, the first assault of the Confederate forces at Fort Wagner on North Island near Charleston, South Carolina happened today. The more famous assault came on July the 18th, 1863, and among U.S. infantry in that assault was the 54th Massachusetts Colored Infantry. That's as they were called at the time. The first African-American regiment of volunteers to see combat during the Civil War. They were commanded by Colonel Robert Wool Shaw, who was killed and buried with the dead of his regiment. And perhaps you may have all seen that movie called Glory. That assault was all gone. The 10th of July, 1942, Heinrich Himmler, the Reichsfuhrer of the SS, ordered the sterilization of all Jewish women in the all-women concentration camp of Ravensbrück in northern Germany. On the 10th of July, 1943, if you remember last month I talked about the canine entrance unit. Chips, a German Shepherd military police dog, serving in Sicily with Company I of the 30th Infantry Regiment, attacked a German pillbox, forcing 4 enemy soldiers to surrender. Chips was wounded in the attack, but the dog would be awarded a Silver Star, the Purple Heart, by the 3rd Infantry Division's Commander Major General Lucian Prescott. One little thing too, Vice President Millard Fillmore was sworn in today as the 13th President of the United States. Zachary Taylor had passed away on the night. Moving on to President Day Cemetery. On the 21st of June, I received an email from the National Personnel Records Center via their digital delivery portal system with the document NA Form 13038, certification military service for Martin George Anger, private U.S. Army World War. So he passed away in 1970, so it's been almost 54 years. So now he's officially recognized as a veteran in his military service, taking up residency in Pleasantview. And he's in lot 2 of the original section. And I can't stress how important it is if you have loved ones in there and they're not, so far not being recognized as veterans. Or if you do have one that passes away in the future, it's highly needed that you have any supporting document given to myself or to Cindy Smith. I'm going to explain to you what the problem is. In this form letter that I received for Martin George Enger, the record needed to answer your inquiry is not in our files. If the record were here on July the 12th, 1973, it would have been in the area that suffered the most damage in the fire on that day and may have been destroyed. The fire destroyed a major portion of records of the United States Army military personnel for the period of 1912 through 1959. 1912 to 1959. And the records of all Air Force personnel with surnames of Hubbard through the surname starting with Z for the period of 1947 to 1963. These records were destroyed. Fortunately, there are alternate record sources that often contain information which can be used to reconstruct service record data lost in the fire. However, complete personnel and medical records cannot be reconstructed. So it's hard. I've had people approach me and so as a veteran. Either they know where they're buried and there's no marker, or I should put flag there. And you go through this whole research process, and unfortunately, there is no record or an alternate resource to verify that service. So unless they can find something at home, it's pretty tough. I'm not comfortable going on hearsay, because that's not fair to the other veterans that are up there. Now I cleaned and elevated and leveled 3 grade stones and markers this last month. Carl Hawkinson, lot 84, original section. Martin Enger, lot 2, original section. And Elmer McLeod, lot 1 of the first division. Now every Friday I go up to that cemetery and I check those grave flags. In my visual aid, I'm going to show you what I can, what I'm dealing with. This flag I'm going to show you is what was in contact. This flag, contact meaning like bushes, shrubs. See the end of this flag? That's unacceptable. And this flag waving and whipping against those shrubs, it'll tear it up. That's unacceptable, so that has to be replaced. This flag is what I usually find on parties when I check it. This flag looks pretty good from a distance. That's what the wind does to it. It'll rip it. So that has to be replaced. That's unacceptable. No longer fitting emblem to represent the United States. This is what the rain and the wind does to those dowel rods. Made out of birch. The flag was good, the dowel rod's bad. On this one, the dowel rod's good and the flag is bad. So you try to repair them the best you can. Try to repurpose everything that we can. So what I'm trying to get across here on this flag here that's threaded on the ends. This is showing, you know, one more reason why these work bees at the cemetery is important, is to eliminate these sort of flag hazards. I'm not just talking trees, I'm talking like peonies, lilac, there's barberry bushes, there's all kinds of these tall flowers and things that are growing and anything that can catch that flag. This flag should not come into contact with anything. Nothing. So, there's a lot of little wood crosses and stuff up there. I guess within reason, we should try to eliminate that as best we can. With the plants and the shrubbery and the trees and all this stuff. One that shouldn't be impeding the visibility of that headstone or grave marker. Shouldn't come into contact with these flags. So I've been trimming back some of this stuff on my own without being, I guess, destructive. I can deal with each one respectfully. So I was quite amazed at how bad these flags will rip being shredded like that. And this isn't the only one I got. Well, if you got rubbery and bushes and stuff up there, you know, you're in contact with those flags, trim them back, should do something.
Or Dr. Gray.
Dr. Gray, no, that'd be a good idea. Dr. Gray, up there and clean it up, make it look a little bit more presentable. A lot of these people, they don't have any relatives here. They have nobody to do it. Well, up there and clean it up. Just say their names once in a while. That way they're never forgotten. I'd have done more headstones, but I kind of got a little sick up there. I didn't know if I was going to get out of there.
Too much mud.
Too much mud, yeah.
Jim,
I have them personally.
thank you, we appreciate it. Thank you, Jim. That's right. Okay. We said how long we're to the camera. There was an issue with one of the cameras and Michael came up and rewired it for us. And when I was there, I had him look, because I had concerns with the cameras that are there now. Because now we have a sand area, and a playground area where kids are gonna be, and the cameras are not that area. And we also needed a better, clearer picture of the cars as they went past. So he was gonna replace one camera with a better camera. So we'd be purchasing two cameras, one that had a better view, long distance, range, and a regular camera. And then we'll be able to see the complete sand area, the complete playground, and we'll be able to focus in on the parking area. So his total with labor and everything, all of his materials is $1,282.43.
Is that with the new cameras?
That's what the camera. trying to get my hotspot going.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to get my hotspot going so I can. Right.
Yeah.
I think reliability is gonna be a big piece.
I think for safety of
Yeah.
kids, something never happens.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the questions that went over on that, insurance when I called, was the gas down by the new pickup, and as well. Yeah.
Motion to hire Michael Suter to install new cameras at Northern Park.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Yeah, we got 4 invoices.
The dredging permit. We had made a motion to have R.S. Scott completely submit the permit for the dredging, which they did at the North End Park boat launch. I had tried to do it and I didn't have the computer programs necessary. I wish I did. The invoice for applying for the permit was $1,596. When the permit was applied for last month.
Yeah.
I need that payment.
Do you want to do it in this month? Is that what you're saying, or for
That's
next?
something more to this one. We didn't have a dollar amount.
Also,
Yeah.
June 30th. Is the invoice dated? They're pretty good. They come out. I've never gotten shit from them. Here. The motion to, Scott. And what's the other seven? I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carried. For about 2 years now, we've been working on a veterans memorial at the cemetery. We have a mock-up, I shared it on Facebook a couple times. It's a half-moon slab. It's got a boulder for every branch of service and one for honoring. We have soldiers, bench flowers. I have finally I've asked a lot of masons, a lot of cement constructors. In that present time, I got 2 prices to do a 10 by 20 half moon concrete slab at the flag or the memorial. One is for $4,285.86. And one is for, did I say 40? You did, okay. The other one is for $3,700. And that is, they're both like this. Excavation, concrete, floor, for finish, clean up, also see there of any disturbed ground and be.
Yeah, what do you plan on is more black packers?
Yeah, that's, Jim and I talked about it today, put bronze flags on each shoulder, for each branch of service, and then
The middle boulder will have the dedicated or memorial plaque with writing on it.
So there will be additional cost on the road for this.
Oh, yeah.
I like just making sure. I don't wanna commit this money and then be like, oh, guess what, it's another,
No, we
without
gotta,
being aware.
get the boulders there. Dustin and Jason donated the soldiers. And, yes, it would be under.
So this is that money that is set aside for our veterans. Where the two. Okay.
Well, for local. DS and virus.
I'll make a motion to hire a contractor for $3,700 to pour the bed for the veterans memorial above your cemetery.
Motion's been made, you can vote.
Using our
Motion's been made by Anthony, seconded by Tom, all in favor? Aye.
Let's roll call it.
Okay. Okay.
We'll start with Todd Tice,
Yes.
Cindy Assey,
Yes.
Haley Longo,
Yes.
I say yes, and Anthony Silva.
Yes.
Your call.
I have been having trouble with my phone the last week, of course, as everyone has their tax bills. Monday it wasn't working at all, so I did some calling, and I would like to have the phone line removed from the Verizon account, and then I'd like to add it onto my own personal account. And it was $29.37.
And how much is the one that you get?
40, I think.
So are you transferring the same phone number to
Yeah.
your
Yep.
phone?
Yep.
So your phone will have two phone numbers that will ring on it?
Correct.
So so it's gonna cost you $29.37 per month by transferring it,
Yep.
and now it's 40.
And then we'll cancel Verizon. And
What are you now, AT&T?
my, what's that?
Are you AT&T?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It is.
And you'll take care of all of them.
But that would actually have to be paid as a reimbursement on your paycheck, because I can't pay your stuff.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
Nice try.
But you need care of all of them.
yeah. Yep.
Motion to run Haley to the phone.
I'll make a motion to approve Haley to cancel her line to township at Verizon and to reimburse her $29.57 on her paycheck. What'd you say?
30. Sorry.
Well, you said it right, I can't hear the glasses. Without $29.37 on her paycheck.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Everybody's reviewed the bills to be paid? Any questions, sir?
But RS Scott, we,
No, that's totally separate, that is.
No, he's talking about in the bills. Oh, my God.
and
Yes, this is reimbursable through the grant, right?
Or it's in our, we have some that's.
Yes, I marked on the bills to be paid passport grants, so you would be clear which ones those are in road funds. Because the road funds is different money and the passport grants reimbursable. So there was two or three that were passed per grant, I don't know. There was a couple, yeah, John Henry was another one, yeah. So those will be our final, we will have our final subsidy, right? That's the final draw, yeah, for reimbursement. Okay, anybody, any other?
I'll make a motion to pay bills to be paid.
Please, again, will be house card.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye. Tom did. You have to speak up, Tom.
Okay. In regards to public comments. Julie Brooks, I do believe you already made a written freedom of information request for that. Okay, there's a process, that process started today. Cindy will follow it and tell her, or do whatever she needs to do.
So I sent her an email explaining the process. Did you get it?
Yes, but I didn't know if you needed this yet too.
Yeah, it's nice to have it. I can't, we changed it at one point that we couldn't send and we couldn't send verbals, but either way, I'm gonna fulfill it for you. So if you have it, great, I'll take the hard copy, but I'll still honor it as received today from yesterday. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I am looking for my, I know I got it this morning. Something I want to talk about. Go ahead, Boo. Yes.
Harry Scott, if you attend a public meeting and you speak in a public meeting, it's part of the public meeting. Also, you are talking, I am now talking. Yes, put your name in the minutes, it's our policy, we've been doing it. It is as it is.
I'll second that.
So I have the email from MTA where I asked that exact question. That's what I was looking at. It says, there's nothing that requires this township to put names in the minutes, but there is no promise to not put names and comments in the minutes. It's whatever your board has always done that you should continue to follow. So they can't just speak and leave their name at the end of it. It's up to you. They said someone asking for something to not be in the minutes is the same as someone asking for something to be in the minutes. It is the minutes of the board, not minutes of the board. So the board decides what's in it or what's not.
Okay.
That was the exact answer to that.
Okay.
And before that, you guys would all like to see it. I mean, I can send it. Yeah.
Email from that one.
Being high on the orders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Carrie, there is no requirement for us to read an ordinance in a public meeting because it is going in the paper and will be published, will be on the website, which it already is, for the public to read. If board sat and read those ordinances,
I didn't.
Maybe you should let us see the ordinance before you pass it.
Some of those ordinances are pages and pages long. Like
Ordinance, it's public knowledge, come up to the table and read it.
but the whole thing is, it's not passed on, went through the public process.
yeah, it's gotta,
It has to,
and it's gonna be word for word in the newspaper. I think Phyllis, I talked to you and you saw copies of other ones.
it was published this week, it wasn't last week.
Right, so it's in the newspaper. I know I talked to Phyllis about it because she saw there was multiple other townships in Alpena that did the same exact thing we did. So, and none of them read their ordinance word for word. And I'm glad to sit here. It was in this one, so thanks for this week. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. I asked MTA about it too, and they said absolutely not. I clarified it because it was questioned if you were doing it wrong. Oh, you did too? Did you get the same response I did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
make a motion to adjourn.
Well,